Hey there guys, it is Josh Siwasepl and welcome back to Deadly Premonition Blind. Last time we actually made it to the hospital. And hopefully this time we'll make just as much, if not more progress. I'm expecting a single computer.
We couldn't find him.
Fiona needs to check her information.
No, I don't think so. Does the doctor like playing games by any chance?
What do you mean?
There's a message on the computer, and a card key already set in place. The king passes the rook and meets the bishop. The knight takes a pawn along for the queen.
What does that all mean?
Why
It's a
would the
simple
doctor
puzzle.
set this up?
Zach, let's take him up on his challenge. You can do this, right?
What if there was an emergency and they really needed to find him? King passes the rook. Meets bishop. Knight takes a pawn to the queen. So I think the rook should be first, then the king, then the bishop. Knight takes a pawn to the queen. No. Okay.
Zach, something is still missing. We need more clues.
Yes, that's the king. What the heck did I get wrong? King passes rook and meets bishop. Knight takes a pawn to the queen. What did I do wrong?
Zach, something is still missing. We need more clues.
I mean, I know the name of the pieces. But which ones did I get wrong? So he has nothing to add? And I see they seem to be in a certain order, but that order is not consistent. King passes rook and meets bishop. Knight takes a pawn to the queen. So maybe I kinda had it right? No.
Zach, something is still missing. We need more clues.
If there is something in this room that is supposed to help me, I am missing it terribly. Knight, pawn, rook, bishop, queen, king. Wait, was it rook, bishop, queen, king? Nope. think outdated is very understated. I don't get it. And if you get out of the way, pawn, queen, king, knight, bishop, rook. Pawn, knight, queen. Or no, yeah, 2 pawns? Why are there 2 pawns? Okay, so none of these help with the order. So king passes rook. So rook would have to come first. Maybe it's bishop, king, pawn, nope, pawn, knight, queen, no.
Zach, something is still missing. We need more clues.
I'm leaving the room. Maybe there's another room we can find. Has some extra information. But so far, I am not seeing any rooms. Oh, hello. Oh, dang it, I can't actually open it. What does that say? MRI. There's something back this way? Maybe you can talk to, what was her name? Freckled something or other. Fiona. Okay. Provided nothing. At least there are people in this place, unlike the hotel. What are you? Whoa. Oh. I can just use this as a base of operations. Okay. Oh. So does it actually act as a healing area? Right, that's locked, that's locked. This one's not. I don't think I'm going the right way for a clue. But I did get an agent honor, so there's that. Hello. Keycard access. This is probably where we'll go for the autopsy. So there are no clues anywhere else. It's strictly that room. Which means I might be screwed. Okay, back here. And something... some kind of clue. Oh, they actually have 2 computers. Advanced. Look, none of these posters are giving me any information. There are 2 pawns. That already is way too many pieces. But a king, passes the rook to see the bishop. And then the knight takes the pawn to see the queen. You really have nothing to add, George. Oh, nope, that's rook. Knight, pawn, queen, rook, king, bishop. No.
Zach, something is still missing. We need more clues.
That's so dumb. Really?
The doctor awaits below with the deceased.
Another code? But there's nowhere to insert a password.
More games. I'm going to get Fiona to call Usha up here right now.
No need, George. The message appeared with the card key. It's telling us where to use it.
This is not the time to be joking around, Agent Morgan.
Dr. Usha is below with the deceased. With Anna. Below being underground, I take it. Simple. Simple. Then it's time to meet the mischievous architect of this little game.
Nah.
That was just so dumb. If I'm supposed to just put them in the order they're said, why would it pass the rook? It was so poorly worded. And now I'm supposed to feel stupid for not getting that, but I'm not gonna. Why couldn't they just say the knight and the rook go to see bishop? Instead of the knight, or the, not knight, king, the king and the rook. Instead of king passes. Just gonna say, I'm in the right on this one. And I also was right about this. Woo. This is where the autopsy is. Now let's meet this doctor who cannot actually write any puzzles. Ooh. See stuff in this room. Did it say dead room? Oh. I can't open them. Oh, real quick. Yes. What did this say? Yeah, it just says dead room. Agent on it.
Usha, sorry to keep you waiting.
Ah, you made it. Let's get started, shall we?
This is Agent Morgan from the FBI.
Nice to meet you. I'm Usha Johnson, the doctor in this hospital.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York. Everyone calls me that.
You can call me Zach.
Very well, Agent York.
Are you a forensic practitioner?
Let's just say I've dealt with corpses before.
That battle of wits, by the way. Did you create that yourself?
Mm-hmm. I just wanted to see if our FBI agent could handle the task.
I see. Well, it was pretty fun.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it.
We don't have much time. We need those autopsy results.
Next time, try challenging us without obstructing an investigation. You've angered the monarch.
From the onset of rigor mortis, the stiffening of the muscles, the time of death is estimated to be between 20 and 2200 hours. That's still quite early for such a crime to take place.
What does that make it? 8?
Note that there are 2 exterior
10?
wounds, pressure marks around the neck, and a long cut running from chest to abdomen. Blood marks on her right hand tell us she was gripping something round in her right hand. Her skull is also fractured, but that is unrelated to the cause of death. It probably happened to her after she was killed. Now, I first thought death by suffocation, due to the marks on her neck. But after further investigation, I now have a different conclusion. The direct cause of death was loss of blood from the wound.
Yeah. It was a pretty big wound.
Which means...
She was cut up while she was still alive.
Yes, a sharp knife was used. It was inserted beneath the sternum and then quickly sliced downwards. The excessive loss of blood from her internal organs is what actually killed her. Her nails are clean, and with no skin cells from the attacker. She also doesn't appear to have been bound nor badly beaten. She was apparently killed without resistance. The most tragic thing, however, was that she was unable to speak her story to anyone who could hear her cries.
The perpetrator cut out Anna's tongue.
That's what I thought.
Well, I believe she was drugged first to phase her consciousness, and then the killer killed her.
That would explain the lack of resistance.
Now, the killer most likely has a deep, traumatized past concerning women. He probably
They always
cannot
do.
converse with them normally. Cutting out the tongue suggests a very lonely individual. Either that, or a truly hardcore sadist. He must get off on watching women suffer, especially when they can't answer back. Now, he watched as the blood pumped from her body, as she gradually grew cold. Now, a case in Seattle in 1985 was much like...
Usha, please, limit your report to your findings as a doctor. Criminal profiling is my job.
And as we know, I'm the best. Because I couldn't even get past that one chess puzzle.
You're wrong, also. Anna died fully, deeply, painfully aware of what was happening to her.
But,
Tell me, what time did it stop raining on the night Anna was killed?
Just before I went to bed, right after the movie on TV ended, so around 1 a.m.
What movie was it?
An American Werewolf in London.
Really?
Directed by John Landis, 1981.
What's that got to do with
So
anything?
the rain stopped, accompanied by the ending song, Blue Moon. George, would you mind if I examined Anna myself?
What more do you hope to find?
I'm sure I mentioned that I have a personal interest in cases like these.
Oh. Interesting. Now, how do we know that? Or a chicken's foot. They explain why they're not broken. I accidentally skipped that one.
From her lack of resistance, I'd say that Anna's injuries happened very quickly. Unable to speak, she was then left to cry herself to death.
Zach, it's all starting to come together.
The perpetrator stayed with her for at least 2 hours until it stopped raining. At the estimated time of her death, it was still raining, but you can still see tear marks on her cheeks. That means she was killed under a roof somewhere. She was then carried into the woods after it stopped raining.
There's one other thing. Her tongue was removed with a very blunt knife. In fact, it's more likely it was simply chopped off.
Asha, are you a passionate man?
Well, not particularly, but I am man enough should the moment call for it.
George, how about you?
I'm very passionate. Yes. Especially
I
when it
hope
comes
this
to
is
women.
leading somewhere, York.
But I don't see what that has to do with anything.
George, the perpetrator, is just like you. He's passionate about women. He's a passionate kisser. This was a kiss of death.
The perpetrator bit off Anna's tongue.
Couldn't you get teeth
We'll
marks
never
from
get a
that,
dental
though?
print from a wound like this. But this is still a big lead.
Way to just immediately shoot me down there, York.
Jackpot, Zach. A shame, but our old-time all-American sightseeing tour just came to an end.
This case is now under the jurisdiction of the FBI. I'm assuming command. I'll need you to assist
Who's
me
in
in the
charge
investigation.
What in the hell do you mean, Agent Morgan? I know I said I was passionate, but you can't think I did this.
That's not why I'm assuming command, George. You're a suspect just as much as every other passionate man on Earth. Let me show you something.
Well, now.
There you go. Amazing, huh? I'm sure you have a lot of questions, but most of the details are top secret. George, Emily, we should be going. No need to stay here any longer.
So does that mean there's a
Okay.
pedal for every
I have
victim,
to sign
or
the
3
release.
pedals on every
Just give me a
victim?
moment.
Very well. I'll go on ahead. I can't take it any longer down here. Bishop takes queen. His rook takes your queen. Then your knight takes rook. And checkmate.
Huh?
My first victory in the Grandmaster ranking.
Uh-oh. That's not good. Plus, York, don't smoke in a hospital.
Zach, they're here.
Real quickly, we are gonna save. And we will go just a little bit longer. Because that puzzle was just very difficult. I say difficult, but frustrating is more the answer. I hear something. Oh, cool. Goo. I definitely don't want to step on it. Ooh, I can open. Why am I getting ammo? Ooh. I have a gun that has infinite ammo, yet I'm getting ammo. Okay, so that was the drawer closing. Got it. Oh. Hey. Dang it. Alright, well. This is gonna suck. Ooh! Okay, there's not a second one back there. Let's just take this slowly so we don't get all caught. Ooh, Agent Honor. Gosh, I can't even turn the camera fast. Ooh, second one. As long as there's not one in these corners. Where the real issue comes in. Okay. Oh, there. More ammo for a gun that has infinite ammo. Wait, no, this is 9mm. Oh, crap. Oh, no. One path. Thought it was going to be 2. So it seems like they can't see me. But they can't really hear me or react to me as long as I'm not within vision range. Well, I should be okay to take breaks. Oh, not good. Reload now. Should really just reload after every single time. I got a headshot? Okay, not going that way. Oh my gosh, just turn. Okay, we're out. Alright, so real quick, I think I'm going to go ahead and pause the game here. And next episode, we will continue our way outside of this hospital. And deal with what is ever on the other side of that door. So, I'm going to head right now, guys. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you there.